AI is a serious mental disease. Many jobs have been reduced or eliminated by technology. As the quote says, if you can beat them, join them. According to Forbes, AI prompt engineers earn about 300k salaries. Prompt engineering, also known as prompt design, it's not just the most valuable and highly sought after skill today, but it's also represents one of the most future-proof careers. Surprisingly, it's also one of the simplest skill to acquire, and anyone can learn it for free, even without access to computer. Whether you are programmer or not, young or old, prompt engineering accessible to all, none of these factors matter. And it's available to individual of any specialization. But what is even prompt engineering? Prompt engineering, it's a powerful and effective technique for communicating with artificial intelligence model using natural languages through strategic design of prompts. This allows us to guide these models to produce accurate, relevant, and context-aware outputs. It's like providing the best input to artificial intelligence model to obtain the most optimal output. This skills involves formatting questions, statements, or comments in a way that guides the AI system to produce the intended output. Told story short, the professional utilization of models like ChatGPT. But who is prompt engineer? A prompt engineer is the only person who can harness the full power of artificial intelligence and direct it for all purposes and functions. A prompt engineer specializes in designing and optimizing instruction for AI and machine learning models. They craft questions, statements, or comments that guide AI to generate specific and desired response. This course is entirely free and take you from beginner to expert with engaging examples. If you enjoy the content, feel free to like and subscribe. Now, what are large language models, LLMs? A large language model, it's a type of artificial intelligence algorithms that use deep learning techniques and massively large data sets to understand, summarize, generate, and predict new content. The term generative AI also closely connected with LLMs, which are in fact type of generative AI that has specifically designed to help generate text-based content. Examples of LLMs include ChatGPT, BERT, and similar models. They are trained on massive amount of text data and can perform tasks like text generation, translation, summarization, and more, making them valuable tools in various applications, including chatbots, content generation, and large related skills. Why is it too good? They have been fed with all articles available on the internet and all human authorized content, spanning countries that include everything posted on social media, utilization algorithms, which convert videos and audio files into text. Is it simply about analyzing text and classifying it based on semantic features and countless other factors? After training the models, task is little more than choosing the most contextually appropriate word using automatic regression, then the word that follow, and so on. Understanding this, you realize that before you write request anything from artificial intelligence model, you are dealing with millions of possibilities, and prompt engineering is the technique that enables us to constantly harness these possibilities to our advantage. Requirements: access to language model like ChatGPT 3, a computer or mobile or laptop, desktop, or anything. Internet connection. Now we will start with the real action. Types of comments. Firstly, we have two types: example-based comments and direct comments. For example-based comment, it looks like, what is the capital of United States of America? Then the answer. If you click send, you will see the AI model responds in the same format as my example. The second method is direct comments. We simply say, what is the capital of United States of America? Then you get the answer. The capital is Washington. So if you need something specific or you need your own formatting, you will need to provide an example to artificial intelligence to understand what you want. Elements of good prompts. The task is to clearly define the function or objective the model should focus on. Assigning task is a fundamental matter. However, the common mistake made by everyone is having narrow scope. People use very limited set of tasks, such as summarize this or rephrase that. The good news is that AI model can execute thousands of other tasks. Let's pose the following question. What are 100 tasks or actions that language model can perform? It will tell us a lot about these tasks. Perhaps you will find what you are looking for. Perhaps not. It's just the top of the iceberg. Let's delve into tasks and possibilities that have never been heard of before. Also, I will give you a lesson. The clearly of task definition. Let's switch the prompt of the following. What are 100 actions or direct comment that a linguistic model can perform? Now it's listing everything it believes it can do. Some of these things it might not be capable of, but most of them it can, and that's what is matter to us. The possibilities are unlimited. Now, what matters to me? To select 3 incredibly fantastic tasks for you that you can benefit from on daily basis. Always remember, when you are writing a task to ChatGPT or to any other text-based model, make sure that your task is very clear and very easy to understand. Sorting. Linguistic models are incredibly powerful in organizing things. We won't use them to organize things alphabetically. That would be an insult to their strength. Let's try a simple example. Sort these items from most essential to least essential for survival. You can use the sorting capability, for example in your e-commerce company, to sort your specific products without wasting your time. Filtering. Filtering through data does not always require clear criteria, such as filtering a set of data contains specific characters or numbers. Example of filtering that involve extracting and mining data. Suppose we have documents containing some random information and we want to extract email and phone numbers from it. We will then copy the content and the prompts will take the rest. Extract the emails and phone numbers from this text, and always remember you can extract anything and filter anything from this feature. Deduction. This function is incredibly powerful and critical. For example, consider a file containing information about weekdays, the number of ice cream sold on certain beach, and the count of drawing incidents. Copying this data, we construct the following prompts. Deduce a logical reason for the event outcome. Event location, the beach. We format the data. Don't worry, linguistic models can't visualize the formatting. This is fantastic. The model deduced that the increased number of drawing incidents correlates with higher quantity of ice cream sold due to increased ice cream consumptions on hot days. Consequently, the beach sees more people due to the heat, leading to a rise in drawing incidents unrelated to ice cream consumptions. Context. Let's assume I am a beginner learning the Python language. We will go to ChatGPT and input Python language exercises. The result isn't good. Let's try it with context. I am a beginner in Python and struggling to understand loops. Then ask for example. Remember, approach this highly effective in programming languages. See, this is amazing. There is an important point to note. Most models have short memory during conversation. This does not mean they cannot remember the conversation, but it's better when you want to change the context, create a new conversation, or ask the model to forget everything. Yes, it's possible. Rules. The third element for a good task is rule. Let's try this prompt. What is the sea? It might tell you it's mass of water, and so on. However, if we added a rule at the beginning and frame it as follow: you are a professor of English literature. What is the sea? Of course, the answer will be different. Output indicator. The output indicator serves as guide for the model, directing it on the formatting or style which you desire the response. This proves particularly beneficial in situations where the output format holds equal importance alongside the content. One of the most significant features that greatly benefited me in web projects is files. Sometimes we require small databases for simple setting. For example, if you have a website where the user input their country name and language code are automatically selected, this time I will go to ChatGPT and ask it, create a JSON file for me with the information such as the country names, their phone codes, language codes, and greeting message in their language. The output will be in JSON format. I remember there are a type of output that could be very beneficial for student tree diagram, and there are more types that you can use. Input data. Input data is additional element. In some cases, input are additional information provided with the prompt to enable the linguistic model to learn from or use as an example. For example, there are a common practice among marketers when you request, for instance, the design of marketing plan, the organization of project. It's beneficial to ask the company for detail about their vision, a detailed definition of their services, strength, and even some recent figures. This information added to the end of prompts. Let's create a small example. You are a marketing expert. We manage a small YouTube channel about programming and aim to attract new subscribers. Design for us marketing strategy in the form of creative tactics in an executable format divided into weekly segments. Then afterward, add all the information we process following additional note about us. You should encapsulate all this information within question marks. Then include everything we know about the company and the project. I will also add some other marketing strategies. These components have assisted in generating a detailed and very good strategy aligned with the project vision. Sometimes for additional input in writing task, it might be an article we provide the model, asking it to produce an article of similar quality or style. These were elements we deemed most important in good prompts. However, it does not mean there aren't other elements waiting to discovery. Prompts technique. There are numerous prompt techniques and the subject can be quite expensive. However, data scientists agree on 4 techniques that serve as the foundation for all other methods. If you aim to become a prompt engineer, it's essential to be familiar with these techniques because you will use them. The first technique is zero-shot prompting. Its concept is straightforward. It involves writing a direct and general prompts without context or any specific example. The model will then be able to provide answer to question it has not necessarily been trained off. Much like most people interact with language model now, direct question or short request are examples of this, such as what's the capital of France or summarize the following text. or translate following sentence. The second technique is a few shot prompting. Language model can handle more complex tasks better providing them with sets of prompts. This is precisely what we did in the examples of good prompting. To clarify, here is an example. Morocco question, answer, rebut. Sudan question, answer. The model responds to us with Khartoum without the prompt any clear or direct induction that the required answer is the capital of Sudan. However, we clarified to model what was expected through the example. Let's try another example for classification. This technique is effective in classification. Suppose I'm a shop owner and some customers come. Some are scammers and others are honest, but I am clever and I have remembered everything they said to me, putting it in following form with the result I got. Sell me one and I will pay you later because I forget my money. This is a scammer. I will buy one and I will pay you now, not scammer. Do you accept payment in Bitcoin? Scammer. Your neighbor offers better prices. Scammer. I will take 10, but I want discount, not scammer. After this, we will add a new sentences whose result we don't know. Give me 2 and I will return to payment later. The model responds and it's ready to analyze likelihood of future scams. It is a statistical model ready for prediction, and even it's better because statistical model require vast amount of data and equations. The question now, can I use this technique in my life to calculate the probability of something happening, like losing a client or subscriber or a serious deal? The answer is yes, but you need to gather enough information and data from your previous experiences to present them in a format suitable to the model. The third technique, chain of thought prompting. A sequence of intermediate thinking steps can enhance the ability of large language model to perform a complex logical tasks. In this example, we look how inventory of warehouse changing after new shipments arrive. The calculation is done using standard one-shot prompting method without breaking down the logical steps. Model input: your warehouse has 5 pallets of widgets. You purchase 2 more shipments of widgets. Each shipment contains 3 pallets. How many pallets of widgets do you have now? The answer is 11. Now question, your finance department has $23,000 in the budget. If they allocate $20,000 for marketing and add $6,000 from other saving, how much is left for the budget? Model output
minus $3,000.
Which is wrong, but with chain through prompting, it's completely different. In the next example, we take similar criteria but utilize the COT prompt technique. This approach guide the model through the reasoning process, enhancing accuracy and transparency. Model input, the same thing, but we add here equation. The warehouse started with 5 pallets of widgets, 2 shipments of 3 pallets. Each is 6 pallets. 5 pallets plus 6 equals 11 pallets. The answer is 11, and we will add the exact same prompt. As you see, the model output now is completely correct because we added equation and specific steps to solve on. The first technique, self-consistency, an approach that simply asks a model the same prompt multiple times and takes the majority results at the final answer. Prompt: when I was 6, my sister was half my age. Now I am 70. How old is my sister? Output 35, which is completely wrong. But now we will add this prompt using previous techniques. Now we will see output 1 is correct, output 2 is correct, output 3 is not correct, but we will take the majority. Now you are no longer a beginner, so we will see what is happening behind the scenes. So we will go to the platform OpenAI playground and we will put the mood on the chat. ChatGPT Playground is behind a chatbot. It offers a developer a personalized experience with support customization. The functioning allows developers to experiment with different GPT's models and parameters to produce needed output, and we will see very important concepts like tokens. Now, think of the token as a part of the text. So when you provide ChatGPT or OpenAI with text example like this one, in the background the text undergoes to a process called encoding. It gets broken down into tokens. You can think of token as a 4-letter word representing a unit of meaning with the text. You will see something called temperature. Temperature is a parameter used in sampling strategies to control randomness of the generated output. It adjusts the probability distribution of the model, produces a higher temperature, makes the output more diverse and creative, but potentially less focused, while lower temperature results a more focused response. In a practical term, dall-e, also known as Nucleus sampling, it's a technique that involves sampling from the smallest set of most likely next word whos. It allows for controlling the diversity of generated response, while maintaining a sense of likelihood. The model considers only most probable option, making the sampling process more focused. The first step that every prompt is an open project. You should start by designing simple and short prompts and then test it and see the model responses and develop based on that response. The second tip is that some of these prompts can be sold for thousands of dollars. By the way, there is a platform for selling prompts. The third tip is to use prompts to enhance other prompts. This might be strange, but yes, you can go and ask the model to write the best possible prompts for specific purposes. Now, important thing to do. Firstly, subscribe and turn on the notification because I will do more of this content. Do your homework, conduct some research as I mentioned before, go and do tests and see the results. Learn essential skills. Well, it's not necessarily, but if you wanna be a professional, then now we're talking. Critical thinking and problem solving. This skill is very important in this field. Data analysis and visualization. You don't have to be professional, just the basics. Python programming. I strongly recommend you to learn Python. You don't need to be professional Python programmer, and I will recommend my own 20 minutes course. Resources to learn from. OpenAI's official guide. OpenAI official guide is your go-to manual for understanding and implementing prompt engineering techniques. It provides insights and best practice to effectively communicate with ChatGPT and achieve desired output. Their AI Prompt Engineering Guide. This GitHub repository by Their AI offers a practical guide to prompt engineering. It's a hand-on resource that empowers you to craft prompts strategically, enhancing your ability to interact with language model effectively. DeepLearning.ai short course, ChatGPT Prompt Engineering. Created by DeepLearning.ai, this short course caters to developers seeking expertise in prompt engineering. Dive into a structured learning experience to master the art of formulating prompts and optimizing your interactions with ChatGPT. Learn Prompting, the treasure trove of prompt wisdom. Learn Prompting is a documentation hub that unravels the intricacies of prompt engineering. It serves as a valuable resource for those looking to deepen their understanding of how prompts shape the behavior of language models. PromptingGuide.ai, your interactive oasis of creativity. PromptingGuide.ai is an interactive platform designed to assist users in generating creative and effective prompts. It's a user-friendly space where you can explore, experiment, and refine your prompts for optimal results. Haystack, the ChatGPT Prompt Book. Haystack offers the ChatGPT Prompt Book, providing insights into effective prompting strategies. It's a comprehensive resource for refining your approach to prompts and achieving desired outcome. Prompt Paper, hosted on GitHub by Thumb. It's a collection of academic insights into prompt engineering. It serves as valuable reference for those interested in the scholarly aspect of language model prompts. And now I can say congratulations on completing this course. Thank you so much for watching. Till the next time, stay curious and stay glitchy.